Coach, kamusta ka naman?
Ayos lang, pagod lang. Pagod.
Kasi syempre galing kayong trip, no?
2 weeks ago, we came from a trip, and 2 days from now, we're leaving again. For this time for Cebu, Dumaguete, sorry. It was supposed to be Dumaguete and Cebu, but apparently Cebu, our communication with Cebu hasn't really been that positive. So we're going to stick it out with in Dumaguete. We'll be having 2 or 3 games and 2 clinics.
So for those who are not familiar what we were talking about, Green Archers United has been going to the different provinces in the Visayas region, conducting clinics for anong age group, coach, yung ginawa?
12 under.
12 under, and then obviously practice games din, also friendlies. With the respective teams and the local teams there. Yung isa, coach, di ba kalaban nyo ang team dati ni Joshua Beloya, I think?
Joshua Beloya?
Yeah, that team.
You played them.
Yun, so anong ang pangalan? I forgot na.
USLS Ceres.
Yeah. Ceres.
Not Ceres Lina, Ceres Buslight.
Ceres. Yun.
Okay.
So, coach, ano ba yung kwento naman dito? Kasi syempre, we only follow the news on Twitter or Facebook, yung mga ina-upload yung photo na hirap ka nga, kaya nagalit ka sa Facebook.
Ganda ng mga pictures, no?
Yeah.
Hindi lang pag sports, pang photography pa.
Yeah. So, how was the trip? First and foremost.
Tiring. It was very hectic. The only rest we had was eat, sleep, then up again. When we got to Iloilo, it seemed like the typhoons were chasing us all over. You know, but
nakaisa daw kayo, iwasan nyo.
Grabe. I mean, right after our clinic in La Paz, in Iloilo, we got stuck in the stages where we dressed up because, oh my God, in a few minutes, the field was already so flooded. We didn't know how to get out. Everyone had to be soaked wet just to get into our bus, to get away. And then after we leave, it dies down. Then the next day we take a fast craft going to Bacolod. The water's nice. 10 minutes into Bacolod, everybody wanted to puke already because the waves started already. It was hard. Early morning trip, go to the hotel, just enough time to shower, breakfast, then go to Victoria's for the clinic. We have to drive down again. Then after Victoria's, come back, play. Before we go back to our hotel, we went straight to our match, friendly against Ceres USLS. So it's very hectic. After that, next day, drove up to San Carlos, clinic, right after the clinic, friendly. So you see the players. I was tired already. What were the players? Because after the clinic, that's a 2-hour thing, straight game, not even an hour's rest, then game. All in all, it was good. I mean, it was good for the players because the end of it all was not the friendlies, it was the clinic. We had so much fun. I had so much fun talking to the kids, taking pictures with the kids and all that. And the players, you can see, in the beginning, the first one in Iloilo, they were too formal and all that. But once they got warm to the kids, and the kids got warm to them, they loved it. It ended up that the clinic was the main, not the friendlies. It was the clinic was the main thing. We come back in less than 4 days. We did another clinic in Bilibid, the new Bilibid prisons for the children of the inmates. Which, by the way, have a club, which I'll be sponsoring for the Kia Cup. They call them Muntinlupa United FC, and their short name is MUFC. Manu.
Manu, huh?
Okay. Which lost. Anyway.
Yes, I know. Everton.
We also not just did the clinics. We also donated balls. We donate all the balls that we used, that we left. We left balls with the Victorias. We left balls with San Carlos. We left balls in La Paz. So we went with 2 big boxes. We came back with no box.
So wala nang mga carry bag.
With same thing in Bilibid, we didn't just give balls. We gave them also shoes.
Okay.
So it's an outreach, it's a clinic thing. We're just going through the same thing that LaSalle usually does. And just because we're in the UFL doesn't mean that we have to, get out of that line. We're still doing the same thing.
And this is made possible because of Globe, right? They've funded much of the grassroots development. and
Actually,
they've
it's
helped-
Globe and Archers. It's
Yeah.
Joint another.
it's a joint thing because
Yeah.
even without Globe, we will. It was already in our plans.
Okay. Okay.
This was in our plans already even before Globe, but it was just a jackpot, perfect thing when
Yeah.
Ernest Koo and his staff. That was also what they wanted.
Wow. So
How has that changed things at Green Archers? The sponsorship coming in, Globe coming in. We've seen a lot of publicity regarding Globe and the Green Archers now. How has that affected things at the club?
Well, for the whole organization, it's a positive thing, obviously. But for some of the players, it's not, because we cannot just, get a major sponsor to help us out and then perform the same way, right?
Yeah.
So definitely there'll be
yes.
changes.
Malaking changes.
But we are not, getting out of the main core. Okay, we need to release some. It's painful for the staff. It's painful for us. It's more painful for the players who are going to be released.
Yeah.
But we're not just releasing them and throwing them away, because we're putting them in the second division, and the second division will be like a training ground for them. You do well in a year, you can still go up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to do this because that's what being done all around the world. So it's developmental, and Archers, we stand by that. We don't want a team of superstars. We will make stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question.
So that's how it's gonna be, and we're gonna stand by that.
Off camera, we were saying I think it's 8 players have been dropped.
Yeah.
Who are you bringing in to replace them? Who are the signings that Green Archers are coming in?
Well, we've signed up IE, who's from Global,
Yeah.
a very good midfielder. He was hardly used, and we thank also Dan Palami for releasing him, thinking of the future of the player also, because he was not being used.
Yeah.
Talent like that should be used. He shouldn't be gone to waste on the bench. We have also signed up Dominic Menza. He was also formerly from Global.
Yeah.
Last league he played with Nomads. He came off the bench also in Nomads, but he'll be starting with us. We have also, I forgot his family name, Lawrence, a defender.
Obina, coach Lawrence Obina.
I'm not sure about his name, but a very good, strong defender from Loyola,
Okay.
which I was surprised why he wasn't used in Singapore. Okay, and then we have a very good young Korean player. For me, he was the best player of the FEU, college team, UAP team. I don't know what happened, but he says he wants to play full time with the Archers now. And then we have this young a guy, not too young, but not too old, still young. From Iloilo, former player of Coach Dolfo, a very good lefty. He
So a left wing,
No.
left-footed player.
left-footed player, but
Left-footed player from Iloilo.
from Iloilo. His name is Long.
Okay.
What is his name? Yep.
Shaver.
I'll shake his head.
Well, that's a lot of the speculation has been about Chiefy, and it wouldn't be right not
They
to
must,
ask.
they must already. Coach, Kim is coming back though, diba? Kim is playing again.
Who came? My son?
Yes.
He was with us in the provincial tour,
Yeah,
but
Hindi
I'm not sure if he was
to play full time.
he was taken in for the Archers. I don't want to meddle.
Okay.
If it comes to my family,
Balas.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
pull strings now. It's up to you. So I don't know. Either he plays Archers or maybe he plays in the second division. Because my other son wants to play also in the second division. So, anyway.
Aside from those, do you have your eyes on anyone else? Is there any more transfer speculation for the Green Archers?
Let me see.
Yung speculation na pinag-uusapan natin kanina.
Sino kaya?
Sino nga ba?
Sino bang pwede pa? Actually, there are a lot, but like I said, we don't want to destroy the main core of our. What we did was to fill up our weak points, let's say, our weak points that has been seen in the. We're all so close, but never there. You know what I'm saying? most of the games. We had only one blowout. I remembered, 5-0. That's it. The rest were just by 1, 2 close games.
Lamang tayo, tas minsan
Yeah, then we
kinakapos
ended,
na
yeah.
konti.
That's why. So you need to, of course, strengthen the weaknesses. Like I said earlier, like with Coach Michael Weiss, you gotta do this. You gotta look for where's the weakness. How do you strengthen
So
it?
tanong mo na. Tanong mo na.
The speculation really is on one particular player who's been signed up as the Globe ambassador. With Globe becoming the sponsors of the Green Archers, how likely is it that Chiefy will join the Green Archers?
Chiefy who?
Chiefy Caligdon.
Oh yeah. Oh, what is it?
Kalbo ka na
I'm
mamaya.
not, so we would love to have him, right? I mean, him being the ambassador of whatever you call it. From what I know, he's in a mentorship with the Scouts, meaning he's like a advisor of sorts
Yeah.
for maybe the younger players and all, giving them whatever. But personally, I would always like to respect whatever any player has, a contract or what have you, employment or what have you, with their original club, if you may say so. Yeah? But of course, I don't think anybody would deny that they would want to have Chiefy in their
Who
team.
wouldn't want to?
Who wouldn't want to have Chiefy in the lineup, right?
And for the Green Archers, I mean, you guys finished 8th in the season. It took a final win over the Army to get you up to the 8th
Yep.
in the league. And so to get a player of Chiefy's quality, of his caliber, is a real coup for the club if you can get that. There's been a lot of names bandied around who the Green Archers could go for, and so it's nice to see that you guys will be able to challenge and progress.
That I want to know, who are the names that we're supposed to mention for
May
Archers, because we don't
narinig ako
ourselves.
dating alumni daw coach eh.
And so to find out about any of these
Alumni,
names
sorry,
with the
hindi
Green
na-
Archers,
Alumni.
Alumnus of
Of Lasal.
from Lasal.
Alam mo to, coach?
Of course, ang daming Lasalista. That's why it's Green Archers. It's always mostly Lasalites.
Matangkad daw, coach eh. Matangkad. Tapos,
Oh.
medyo ka naman kamahirap na. Ayaw kumakot.
You know. Then we've dropped also players who were former, who are still in Lasal. We've dropped them also. I mean, there are a lot of factors anyway.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of factors. You know, just because you're in a team now, of course, some didn't take it as well. Those who were dropped didn't take it as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I would think that all the other teams, the players who were dropped, would see it the same way. But you see, this is part of the development. This is growth. You should learn how. This is the first time.
Yeah.
You don't see Tevez crying when he was kicked out from this team going to this team. Like, you don't see him crying. You don't see Drogba crying when he went to China. Imagine English Premier League. He ended up in China.
May pera eh.
No, but
Joke lang. Joke lang.
no, these guys.
Yeah.
At least one thing I can say. One thing I can say about, let's say, some of the African players is they're not here really for the money.
I also want to.
They just want to play.
So, for more updates on your Green Archers United, on signings, all that development, also their upcoming. Coach, kailan yung next trip nyo to Visayas?
2 days from now.
2 days on to Dumaguete.
23rd.
So, sa mga nanonood sa amin na taga Dumaguete, abangan nyo yung
We'll be
Green
there
Archers
the
United.
Silliman Ball Field. We'll have 2 games. One in Silliman Ball Field. We have 1 clinic for the Silliman kids. And then we have also in Perdices for the local club.
So, abangan sila. Do catch us. Do follow us on Twitter. That's at FTW Sport.